there anything better than a pile of delicious tamales?
No, especially if they're homemade and steamed to perfection.
Yum! And today we're doing chicken and a savory pork filling.
Ooh-wee! I'll have both, please.
I think so. And multiple tamales to go. Oh, I love making tamales.
So much fun.
It's the holiday season, and for some reason, tamales have become like this thing.
And they've been for a while.
They have been, and I'm all for it. I love tamales.
Christmas and tamales in Texas.
That's right. I think everywhere. So anyway, all right. Before we dive into making the dough, let's talk quick about we're doing.
Oh yes, the fillings.
Two different types of fillings that we're using. What?
Oh, I thought I was just going to show it.
Okay, all right. Here we go. So we're using, this makes a lot of tamales, guys. So get the whole family. That's the way to do it. Get everyone involved. Everyone gets their own job.
Yes,
So let me tell you how to make this delicious chicken.
This is so good.
Really good. And you could do this 2 to 3 days in advance. I start off with some tomatillas, and I'm going to take that exterior skin away. And that's a pound of tomatillas. I've got 2 to 3 jalapenos that I've cut in half, and I've removed most of the
I say
seeds.
leave a couple of seeds in there.
Give it a little kick.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put that in simmering water and let it simmer for 20 minutes. Then we're going to transfer that to a blender without the water. And we're going to add some garlic, about 3 to 4 cloves. I'm going to puree it till it's nice and smooth. Then I got a skillet that I put some olive oil, about a tablespoon of olive oil that's nice and hot. Pour that in, watch it bubble, and then it's going to simmer and kind of reduce down for about 10 minutes. Then we're going to add 2 cups of chicken stock to that, and we're going to continue to let that just cook down. It gets nice and thick and delicious, about another 15 minutes, and then we're going to add some salt, 2 teaspoons of salt, half a cup of chopped fresh cilantro, and 4 cups of shredded fresh chicken.
I can't believe you remembered all that.
And it was because I've been making it nonstop. So anyway, I get rotisserie chicken that you just shred. It's so easy.
Just
stir that all up.
You're doing all this, so get the rotisserie.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, that can be made in advance. So now let's move on to pork.
Pork, y'all.
Okay, it's kind of a similar process. It takes a little longer though for the pork. So we're going to we're gonna
soften it up.
We're gonna do some simmering. So I got some tomatillas, about 4, and then we're gonna use some dried chilies. I've got some guajillo and some ancho dried chilies that we're going to clip the stems off.
Get the seeds out.
Get most of those seeds out of there, and then again we're going to put them in the simmering water for 20 minutes so they get nice and soft. Transfer them without the water back into the blender, the cleaned out blender. We're going to add some garlic to that, about 4 cloves. Then we're going to add some salt, some cumin, which is a teaspoon, a half a teaspoon of salt, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to puree it till it's lovely and nice and smooth. Then I'm going to want to thin it a little bit more, so I'm going to get a cup of that soaking water, put that into the blender, puree it again. Now we want to get all the skin and the little kind of the chunks out of this sauce. So we're just going to get a nice fine mesh sieve or a colander over a bowl, and I'm going to pour that, use a spatula to help me get it through there. Then we're going to put it back into our cleaned pot, and I'm going to add another 2 cups. No, I'm going to add my pork. This is a pork shoulder, but like 2 to 3, 4 pounds, whatever you can get, and cut it into chunks. Put that into the sauce. We're going to add another 2 cups of the soaking liquid, and then to that we need a little more salt, so I'm going to add probably another 2 teaspoons of that. And then we let that simmer, and we need to let that sauce reduce down and get that pork really tender. So that's going to go for about 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
Stirring.
It starts smelling amazing.
Yeah. Stir it every now and then, when you can. Then we're going to remove the pork from the sauce. Just use some forks, just shred it a little bit, put it back in the sauce, stir it up, and you've got it.
That's awesome, Chris. I did it.
Okay. All right. So now.
So we've got these wonderful things, and then the third thing that you need also are husks.
Yes.
To wrap your tamales with. And these are corn husks that we found at our bodega or your.
We just found them.
Yeah.
No,
we found them.
In Texas, they're easy to find. But I could find them in New Jersey too. But if they don't sell them in your grocery store, seek out a Hispanic market. They'll definitely have them, or you can order them online.
And so we got some water, got a big old basin. We filled it with these husks. We're doing are we doing 30 today?
30-ish, yeah.
Trying to get 30. Probably have more of this. But anyway, we throw water on top of that, make sure that they're completely submerged, and then we put something heavy on top of them to keep them down, and we do that, leave them that I can't do it as fast
I
as you can. Blah, blah, blah. An hour and a half we soak them, and
Well,
then we
they
take them
can
out and dry them, and there they go.
Dry them and there they go. You want to do them a minimum of an hour. You can let them sit in that water for hours, and to even expedite that process, you can use warm water. Okay, so now my favorite part. Now we're going to get to my favorite part, which is making the dough. Well, no, my favorite part is putting them together. I just love everything about tamales.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got 7 cups of masa harina, which translated into English means basically flour dough, I believe. It starts with masa, corn, maize. It goes through a process and it becomes
And it's gluten-free.
And it's gluten-free. Anyway, you can find that in the flour area of many supermarkets or at Hispanic markets, or you can buy it online. It's pretty easy to find. Okay, so now we need to first of all add some hot water. I need about, let's see, I'm going to do about 4.5 cups that I'm going to add to this. And it's important that it's hot because it starts to activate this masa. And
there we go.
It doesn't have to be.
It's all starting, folks.
It's all coming. I mean, this is so much fun. If you can get the family sort of assign an activity to everyone, then it just becomes an event, and it's so much fun. And like I said, you do these fillings in advance, and then this part is just fun. Okay, it's starting to really soak up, and you can feel it. You may I heated this water on the stove, so be careful if it's boiling. You don't want to burn your hands. Let it cool off a little bit. Okay, that's 3 cups. And you see it starts to get kind of clumpy like this, and you can just smell that masa just smells like tamales.
When do you put the salt in there?
Oh, we wanted to do that now too. Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and give me 2 teaspoons of salt. Just stir that in.
2 of these?
2 teaspoons of salt, of kosher salt, and then I've got 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Just go ahead and mix that in. You probably could have done that before I had started adding the water, but it's okay.
That's why I'm here.
I know, my sous chef. Okay, this was, and what was I on?
Sue.
Yeah, this was my 4th cup of water, I believe. Now I've lost count.
That's all right. You got a feeling.
The good thing about this is that it is a feeling. You'll know when you get to the right consistency. We're going to continue to be adding liquid as we go. It's a combination. We start off with the hot water with the masa, and if I just did 3.5, it's no big deal because we're going to keep adding liquid till we get to the right consistency. Now, the next really important component of authentic tasting tamales is this stuff right here, and this is melted pork lard.
Yes, I'm going to quickly show the package right here.
Again, this you will need to seek out. I have my favorite Hispanic market that I go to just down the street. I could find these when we lived up in New York and New Jersey, but it really makes a difference. It's not just in the taste, but it's the texture you're going to get. It's mostly the taste. I mean, you could use shortening, melted shortening, you're just not going to get that authentic taste. And a lot of people are thinking, pork lard, oh my gosh, isn't that so unhealthy? Actually, it's healthier than like shortening. And there's a whole, you could Google that, and I won't bore you with everything that I've learned about it. But back in the generations ago, this is what the fat that they cooked with, that grandmas used to cook with.
That's right.
Let's add a little more.
To keep going.
Just keep on adding. We're going to get this. Really, when it gets to the texture of, it's hard to describe the exact texture. It's thick. It's not as thin as say a cake batter, but it's a little thinner than say cookie dough. Okay.
I think it's like a thick quicksand. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, quicksand. That's a good.
A thick quicksand.
A thick quicksand. Yeah. And
so it's a slow sand.
It's a slow sand. Yeah. It's a slow moving sand. Okay. So now we are.
Let me just do the rest of it, okay?
We're definitely getting there.
There we go.
That is getting nice and smooth. Now we're going to finish it. Like I said, we're doing this in the holiday season, so I had some leftover turkey stock that I made at Thanksgiving. You want to use some sort of stock. Chicken stock is what you're going to have most handy. But if you happen to have some homemade turkey stock, why not? Okay, add that.
Bit, all of it or a little bit?
Just a little bit. We're getting close.
Yeah,
I feel like every time we do this, it's a little different.
Yeah, just let that work through.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's, you're going to use anywhere from 1 to 3 cups, and this is pretty smooth. That's looking pretty good. Let's do just a little more.
You got it.
You just want it to be able to spread evenly, smooth. That's good. That's perfect. Onto your husk. Okay, that's good.
Hold on, I'm gonna clear off while you still do that.
Okay, clear off.
Gotta
Would you?
make some space.
Okay, so now this is looking wonderful. You see that consistency? It's gonna be just very spreadable. So, okay.
Very spreadable.
So spreadable.
Watch out, let me get,
I'm going to.
we gotta make room for the tamales.
Now the fun continues. We're gonna start building a tamale, and I'm gonna show you exactly how we did that. So we've got these tamales that we've dried off, and let me grab one of these spoons.
And where are your gloves?
Oh, I took them off.
All right.
That's okay.
Well.
At this point, my hands are clean.
They
and-
are, but it's easier. It's easier cleanup when you have gloves on.
Well, okay. So now what we're going to do is I like to just put enough on there where you're going to do it sort of in the middle. You want leave room on the edges.
Use your hands. Come on. Get in there.
Use room on the edges, where Wesley just put it, and then I like to bring it up pretty close to the top of this. So you see the where it goes down like that. You're gonna not fill that part down there because we're gonna fill that up, and you want to enough where I don't know. I would say that's probably about a 1/4 inch in thickness, and you want to go about that far down. So now.
You're gonna do. You stick with the pork since you've got pork all over your thing.
Okay.
All right.
Well, my hands are clean.
Yes.
So now don't overdo it with the filling. You're going to do probably.
That's my problem.
I know it's easy to do.
I completely overfill it.
A tablespoon and a half of the filling, and just do it sort of right there in the middle. Okay. Now I'm just going to move this so everyone can see. You want to bring the sides together. I usually bring the right side in first. Do it like that. And then bring the other in so they connect, and then just fold it over like that, and then you take the end of the husk and you fold it up like that, and look what you've got.
That's lovely.
And you see, that's beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
And
all right.
and resist the first time years ago I ever made these, I was like, I'm going to put a lot of that dough in there. The dough will expand as it steams, so just don't get too overzealous. Now, you're going to want to, like we said, you're going to steam. However, whatever mechanism you've got for steaming, we pulled out our old pressure cooker.
This thing is huge. It's 10 quarts.
Yeah, that we haven't used in a while.
I'm going to throw in a cup of water at the bottom here.
Put a cup. I used to do these in our walk. I'd get my bamboo steamer, and they work perfectly. But you can also get a pot and put a little rack at the bottom and put some water down there, and it just depends on your method. So we're doing this in our pressure cooker, so it's going to take less amount of time.
There we go. We're going to fill it all up like that.
Fill it, and it's going to only take about 25 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to keep filling until we're ready. Until we're either out of dough, we're out of husks, or we have no more.
Something.
Or out of something, out of our minds. Okay. That is a heap and helping of tamales.
That is, and that's a labor of love.
It is. Like I say, it's fun. Get some helpers.
Turn on some music, Christmas music, and you'll have a good time.
You know what they say? It's going to be chilly today, but hot tomorrow.
I knew that was coming.
I know.
I knew it.
So we've got about. Go ahead. We've got about 30, 31. I think I lost count tamales, which is what we anticipated. That uses this amount of our masa. If you were only going to do pork, then you're going to use pretty much all your pork. If you're only using chicken, for the amount that we showed you in the recipe, you'll use all that chicken. We're using a combination, so this is great as leftovers. We're going to probably make more tamales. Enchiladas, also tacos. These are good in enchiladas. They will go to good use.
All right, I got my lid on here. I've made sure that my steam valve is closed, and this is locked and loaded. And I'm just gonna hit steam. Where's steam? There it is. I wanna go up to 25 minutes. And then after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm just gonna hit start.
So the great thing about the pressure cooker is obviously it cooks it much quicker than, say, just if you were steaming
it in a wok in a bamboo.
And if you were going to do that, like the bamboo wok, then it would take probably an hour and 15 minutes is usually what it takes. But even when it's done, they're not really done because they'll continue to set, so they won't be quite ready to eat. These are actually so good to do like in advance because they reheat so perfectly. But anyway, when we get back, we're almost going to be done.
Yes.
Yay! We're getting so close.
All right, we've already released the steam here, so it's not gonna go off in my face or anything.
That would be terrible. You do have to take care when operating these machines.
And it's hot.
Yeah,
That's hot water.
It is, so be careful.
Be careful. Woo, look at those.
So, if you see,
they're still,
when you first, they're going to be somewhat firm to the touch, but they're still going to feel a little soft, a little.
Oh, those are good, though.
But they are.
Those are good.
Really, what you want to do is let them cool down. So we're going to let them. If they're too hot to handle,
I
right
can't touch them right now.
So we're
even
gonna
though I'm going pop, pop.
I know. We're going to let them go for about 30. Just rest for 30 minutes in here without the lid on, and then we'll bring them over here, and you can really let them completely cool, and then reheat them like in the microwave, and they're perfecto. But we probably won't wait that long.
Exactly. Yeah.
Does that not say festive?
That's a pile of goodness right there.
It is. So we let these cool, and they've really set nicely. They're still warm.
Is that a pork? Yeah,
that's a pork. I'm going to give you a pork. I'm going to take a chicken here.
Yay!
These, it's amazing how well they reheat. Let them cool, and then you can put them in a pan, cover it with foil, do it in a low temperature oven, or just nuke them. They nuke so nicely.
I am opening this up.
I am too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Oh, yeah.
That is.
You can just tell. I mean, homemade versus like the mass manufacturer that you get at the store.
Oh, here we go. 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 Okay. Okay.
Did you break yours open?
Yes.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna get a little hot sauce.
I need my hot sauce.
I mean, there's nothing better than homemade tamales, and I'm not gonna say these are the best in the world because,
they're good.
but they are.
And I like a lot of hot sauce on my tamale.
Speaking of that, so good. So good. If you want to make your pork filling have a little bit of zing to it, what's really good is to add some chipotle and a little of that adobe sauce. It's smoky and delicious, and oh my goodness gracious.
Those are so good. They are 1,000,000% Loon approved.
William!
Oh,
Yay!
take my breath away.
I know. So if you're watching this and it's the holidays, happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas.
I love tamales.
I do too.
You don't remember, chili today.
Hot tamale. All right, bye everybody. We love you.
Bye.